Okay, so we're going to need a couple more examples of this, I'm sure. So let's try it out right here. This time, you'll notice maybe a couple little weird things going on. First of all, we would want to do our long division, but remember this: any time that we are dividing with a polynomial whose dividend is missing a term, right? If there's a missing term, we use a zero placeholder. So use a placeholder 0 for any missing terms, right? As a general rule, especially when it comes to the dividend here, what goes underneath that division bar, right? For missing terms. All right. So in this case, what does that mean for us? Well, we're missing an x squared term, right? We've got x cubed minus, well, nothing x squared, minus 2x minus 4. So when we set up our division, this is what it's going to look like. X minus 2, our divisor, is going to go outside of our division bar. Underneath, we're going to get x cubed, but we also want to put plus 0x squared to take the place of that missing x squared term, right? So zeros always go in that placeholder area. Minus 2x minus 4. All right, so let's do the division. We ask ourselves, what will we have to multiply by x to get x cubed? The answer, x squared. That goes in our x squared column. Right? So x squared times x, that gives us x cubed, just like we hoped it would. X squared times minus 2 is going to be minus 2x squared. So we subtract away the contents of our multiplication right here. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 2 is 2x squared. When we subtract that away, of course, the first term drops out, gives us 0. That was our aim. 0x squared minus negative 2x squared is the same thing as positive 2x squared when we add those together. So next we're going to bring down our minus 2x as the next term and ask ourselves, well, what would I have to multiply by x to get positive 2x squared? And the answer to that is plus 2x. That goes in our x's column here. 2x times x is 2x squared. And 2x times negative 2 is minus 4x. Well, that's all right. It doesn't matter that that last term doesn't match. It's the first term that we're interested in, because when we do the subtraction right up front, this term's just going to drop out, right? So we want to be very careful to make sure that we're just keeping track of that particular subtraction in this case. When we do, negative 2x minus negative 4x is the same thing as positive 2x minus 4. Okay, once more we look for what could we multiply by x to give us 2x, and the answer is, well, plus 2 this time. So let's take plus 2. 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And what happens when we subtract here? What do you think? Darn straight. We get 0 is equal to our remainder. What does that mean? Well, in this particular case, our division is equally divisible. X cubed minus 2x minus 4 is divisible by x minus 2, and so we might write our result this way. Our result is x squared plus 2x plus 2. Plus a 0 remainder, so we don't even really need to put the remainder. We could just put it this way. All right, how about this guy right here? No, okay, what term's missing? Yeah, you said it. In this term, look at the last term right here. We're missing a constants term. So we're going to put a 0 there, just like we did before. So carrying down our division, we're going to put, in this particular case, let's try it in a different color, 3x minus 2. We want to see that being divided into the quantity. 6x squared minus 7x, this time plus 0. So we'll put that 0 at the very end, see what that placeholder does for us. So we ask, what do we multiply by 3x to get 6x squared? The answer, of course, is 2x. because 2x times 3x gives me 6x squared. And 2x times negative 2 gives me minus 4x. And so now I'm going to do a subtraction right here. Subtract this away. We're going to end up with, looks like 0. Looks like negative 3x. And then, of course, I'm going to bring down my plus 0. It's my placeholder. So 3x times what gives me negative 3x? The answer, of course, is negative 1. That's going to go in my constants column right here. Negative 1 times 3x gives me minus 3x. That's what I was hoping would happen. And negative 1 times negative 2 gives me plus 2. So now I'm going to subtract that away from the line above it. The 3x's drop out. We're going to get 0 minus positive 2. So that's 0 minus 2. That's negative 2. And that's our remainder. So how would we write our result in this case? Okay, so if you tried this out yourself, your result should look like 6x squared minus 7x divided by 3x minus 2 would be 2x minus 1 plus negative 2 over the divisor of 3x minus 2, or you could write it as 2x minus 1 minus 2 over the quantity 3x minus 2. Right. Well, that didn't come out very nicely, but I'll try it again so I don't have so much ink running into each other. 2 divided by 3x minus 2. There we go. All right, so either way, that works for us. Okay, see you in the next video.